Deck building is one of the most important skills in the Pokemon trading card game. Most players simply look at the available card pool, then go online to purchase the cards they need to complete their deck. But what if it wasn't that simple? What if your access to cards was limited to what you, yourself, pulled from a booster pack? In this series, myself, Pokemon TCG commentator Chip Ritchie, and world-class competitor Azul GG will limit ourselves to splitting the packs from one single Pokemon TCG booster box. With the cards from those 18 packs, we will each do our very best to construct a playable deck and then battle in a best-of-3 match. Then, each following episode, we will open up a new booster box, going in release order, upgrading and changing our decks along the way. The winner of each episode will get the reward of a single prize series booster pack, giving them a slim shot at powerful trainers and Pokemon from past sets. And the loser of each episode will also get a consolation prize of a booster bundle to open up in the next episode to give them a better shot to improve their deck for next time. Now get ready to enjoy the Scarlet and Violet Evolution series. In our last episode, Azul's Charizard EX Pidgeot deck was way too much for my Xatu Psychic Toolbox deck to handle, which led to yet another Azul win in this series, setting the score at 5-2. In this episode, we will be opening up Twilight Masquerade, which is one of the strongest competitive sets in all of the Scarlet and Violet series. Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, Dragapult EX, and Blood Moon Ursaluna EX are all absolute powerhouses that would be welcomed additions to either of our card pools. There are also 6 new A-Spec cards, including the dreaded Unfair Stamp and the powerful Secret Box. But first, yet again, I have to open up a few pity packs and see if Temporal Forces has one final gift for me. It is time for yet another episode of the Evolution series, Twilight Masquerade on the docket. Very excited for this set. So many good cards, and so many cards that I think could be good in the Evolution series specifically. But of course, since I did lose, I've got to take a moment here to check out Temporal Forces one last time. One more chance for some A-Specs. Come on, Prime Catcher, that's it. That's what we're hoping for here. 6 packs, 6 shots at the Prime Catcher. I don't have a single A-Spec, so really anything here, or in Twilight Masquerade, there's a lot of good ones in Twilight Masquerade as well, can give me options to work with. And that's really all I'm looking for, is options. My deck has consistency kind of locked down. It's just the lack of options, I think, is kind of the issue. My card pool, I should say. All right, there we are, 6 packs, 6 shots at it. And we'll see what else we get along the way. Still plenty of other good cards in this set as well. Ooh, we got a pink card right away, please, please. I see the pink card. I've got to get a Prime Catcher. Oh my gosh, it would be massive. We got a Turtwig, a Hand Trimmer, Rabska. That's not bad. Iron Jugulus, and the Neo Upper Energy. Okay, it's an A-Spec. I don't know if I'm gonna go with a 2-prizer route and Brambleghast there on the end, but I at least have an A-Spec now, something I did not have before. And honestly, with Twilight Masquerade, this is the Dragapult set. If I get Dragapult, Neo Upper Energy is pretty good, to be honest. So, hey, that could be massive. That could be massive without a doubt. We know I've got plenty of good 2-prizers in my card pool as it stands. Hey, I've got the Charizard EX from 151 Charizard EX. The Neo Upper Energy with that could let me one-hit KO Azul's Charizard EX. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's been a little while since we recorded, to be honest, so I'm gonna have to go back through my cards pretty thoroughly, to be honest, to see what other options I have. There's a Fluttermane. Okay, that's interesting. We've got Bronzong, which is actually kind of an interesting card. Evolution Jammer. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any Pokemon from their hand to evolve their Pokemon. And Salvatore lets you go get Bronzong and play turn 1, theoretically. I've got Squawkabilly. I've got a bunch of Pokegears. Salvatore into Bronzong into lock Azul out of his evolutions. I'm thinking, guys, I'm trying to find ways to combat Azul's Charizard deck, his double Charizard EX. It's pretty difficult to face down. We'll see if I can find a way to combat it, though. Oh, we got something. It is okay. Not great, but hey, look at that. We've got a Buddy Poffin. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them onto your bench. That is a super strong card. If I go with an evolution deck, that will be in there for sure, almost definitely. I obviously have a lot of consistency already with my 4 Ultra Ball and 4 Nest Ball, so, you know, Buddy Poffin is good, but it's not like a game changer for me, I would say. Cypher Maniac, not bad. We got another one of those. Another Bronzong, okay, hold up. And another Brambleghast. So that's a couple Brambleghasts now. You know, it could do a lot of damage. It could get a lot of HP. It is a grass type. It's Charizard for weakness. We're not gonna go too crazy. I don't think we're gonna go too crazy, but the extra Bronzong is definitely interesting. Some sort of anti-meta deck would be kind of cool. All right, one more Ultra Rare. Let's see it. Do we have anything? I can't quite tell. Slugma, Sandy Shocks, Hand Trimmer, Rabska, Sizzlipede, and another Iron Valiant. The Iron Valiant setup did not work out super nice for me in the last episode, but hey, we've got the Neo Upper Energy. That's massive, that's massive. So now we have an A-Spec option. We could get more A-Spec options because we've got 18 packs of Twilight Masquerade incoming, and this set is really good. Really, really good. I have been going with the right side of the booster box for most of this series. I'm pretty sure at least. I think I might mix it up this time, guys. I think I'm gonna go with the left side and see if that fares a little bit better for me, because it's not been working out super nicely so far. Well, it has been, but it's just been working out a little bit better for Azul. I've got the consistency, he's got the power cards. Let's see if this time I can get some power cards in Twilight Masquerade. So Dragapult obviously would be a strong option. There's also, of course, Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, which would be incredibly good. There is the Blood Moon Ursaluna, which I think would be a must include in just about any deck. It would be tough to not include that card. So Blood Moon Ursaluna would be one of my top ones. Another thing I would really like to get is the Luxray EX. I think I've got, with my electric package, the potential to get something really solid going with the Luxray if I can find one, because I've got lots of lightning support and an Iron Leaves. In that pack, we did get the Lana's Aid, which is like a decent recovery option, to be honest. 3 in any combination of Pokemon that don't have a rule box and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So Lana's Aid, not too bad. Oh, I got something gold right off the bat. Something could be good here. Ariados, what are the gold cards in this set? I don't even know. We're just gonna rip the Band-Aid. Let's see it. Yes, let's go. A Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, okay. The options are materializing, a grass type Pokemon, Teal Dance. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic grass energy card from your hand to this Pokemon. If you attached an energy to this Pokemon in this way, draw a card. Now, one thing about this, I don't have Energy Switch. I don't really have a great way to move energies around. I do have an Iron Leaves EX though, so there's some potential here for a grass deck. This could be a great way for me to counter the Charizard EX from Azul. We still have so many packs to go, so there's still so many opportunities. This set really is just genuinely such a strong set. Let's see what else we get. A Thwackey. Okay, we could, you know, if we get enough, we could get the what's it called engine rolling. We do get the Frostlass. That's kind of a cool one. I do have a couple Frostlass EX, which is a grass type. I have 0 Snorunt, so maybe if we find some Snowrunts in this set, we can look a little bit deeper into the Frostlass setup. Of course, this Frostlass has the Freezing Shroud ability. During Pokemon checkup, put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability, both yours and your opponent's. A little bit of passive damage could work out nicely. I do have Technical Machine Devolution in my deck, or in my card pool. I didn't play it in my deck last time. Let's see what we get here. A Diplin, and okay, we get the Screamtail. Not the best, but it's an interesting one. It's kind of an interesting disruption option. We did get the Diplin here with the Festival lead. If Festival Grounds is in play, this Pokemon can use its attack twice. So yeah, do the wave, smack in for a bunch of damage. You know, if we pulled a thick Diplin and a thick Thwackey line and a few Festival Grounds, we could consider it, but we would need a lot. We would need a whole lot. I think it's pretty unlikely that we see the Festival lead come together. A Kilowattrel, and okay, we get a nice little art rare, that Infernape. That is some really good energy acceleration. So while that card, you know, is maybe not something that's seen like a lot of play in Standard by any means, I could honestly see something like this being a pretty decent option. That is really cool, Infernape. I feel like we've gotten a lot of hits, a lot of ultra rares pretty quickly here. See if we can keep that train rolling. We get a Dreepy, okay, let's see if we can get a Drakcloak at some point. There's more Pekko. Carmine, a good supporter if we go with a turbo strategy. And then we do get the Teal Mask Ogerpon, the regular one, not the EX. Probably not gonna be too good. I think it's gonna be a little bit too slow of an option, especially since it costs 2 energy cards, but it's pretty interesting. So we get in this one, we get a Community Center, another Iron Bundle, not the good one, which we have in the more recent set. And the Pheasantipity, I've gotten a Pheasantipity now, I've gotten the Okidogi, now we're looking for Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory could be an interesting thing to try to include in some way. Ooh, pink card alert, oh boy. Unfair Stamp, Legacy Energy, oh my gosh, it could be so many things. There's a Vulpix, there's a Froakie, that could be good too if we, depending on what we get. Eevee, Heracross, we're gonna go slow here. Palafin, Handheld Fan, and Scoop Up Cyclone. Honestly, I'm not upset about that. I'm not upset about that at all. We do get a Snorunt as well, so now I can maybe make some Frostlass things happen. But Scoop Up Cyclone, I'm not too upset about. I've got only 1 Charizard EX, but now I could reset it. I could heal it. I could also get my 2 retreat Pokemon out of the active spot if Azul stalls them up. Scoop Up Cyclone is a very interesting A-Spec, and now I've got options. I've got 2 A-Specs to be choosing from. Still plenty of time to get something amazing. We've gotten some pretty decent pulls already, and I see something in this pack. Another Snorunt, okay. The Love Ball, search your deck for a Pokemon with the same name as one of your opponent's Pokemon in play, reveal it and put it into your hand. Honestly, I could see playing that. I've got so many ball search cards, I think probably not, but that's interesting. Get a Nose Pass, and oh, this could be massive. This could be massive. Cornerstone Mask, Ogerpon EX. If Azul sticks with a Charizard strategy, this card could potentially wall him out completely. Cornerstone Stance, prevent all damage from attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. And I think just about everything in Azul's Charizard deck had an ability. That could be huge. That could be huge. The problem becomes Azul could expect Cornerstone Mask to make a difference, and he could play attack, and also he could play a deck that's not Charizard. Azul has liked to change it up. I kind of expect him to continue to change it up here. I'm liking the options we have so far. We've got the Accompanying Flute, okay. The Fione Energy Press, that's kind of an interesting one, depending on how things work out. And the Kieran, okay, the full art Kieran. Kieran, it's Kieran, I'm pretty sure. This is another way to switch a Pokemon. Okay, I'm finally getting some options to come together, and it also means I could do 30 more damage. That Kieran, that is awesome. That is huge. All right, we got 6 packs left. We're getting down to the wire here. One more good Ultra Rare, either a Blood Moon Ursa Luna or a Luxray EX, and I'd be happy. I really, once I saw the Luxray EX was in the set and kind of reminded myself of that, I was really kind of locked in on that being an idea. Got an Aeron, Sandshrew, Perrin. Reveal up to 2 Pokemon from your hand, put them into your deck. If you do search your deck for that many Pokemon, reveal them, put them in your hand. I could see this actually having been decent early in the series if that card had come out early on. And oh, we get an art rare, we get the Pinsir, and we get the Monkey Dory. So there's some options here. Pinsir, you know, is cool, but it's not super good. But the Monkey Dory, Adrenaline Brain, once during your turn, if this Pokemon has any Darkness Energy attached, you may move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to your opponent's Pokemon. So getting some damage counter movement, some healing, and also some damage boosting. That's an option. That's an option. All right, one more good EX. One more good EX. I haven't even called for a Dragapult either, so like that would be cool too. Just give me that option even. Chansey. Oh, another Kieran. That's cool. Another Shinx. A Tatsugiri. That could be a good one. And the Sinestia EX. One of the weaker EXs, to be honest. Rebrew, put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon for each basic grass energy in your discard pile, then shuffle those energy back into your deck. So I gotta cycle your energy like crazy, and then 120 heal 30 from each of your Pokemon. Yeah, not a super strong one, but we do get another Kieran. We do get the Tatsugiri, which is an option. Attract customers. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck, reveal a supporter card you find there, put it into your hand, and shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So I'm not super hopeful now on these last 2 packs. We got another EX, so I think anything else we got would just be kind of a bonus at this point. We've already gotten a spec as well, Community Center, Brute Bonnet, Vulpix, and the Alakazam, and that is nothing there. One more final pack. It's a Dragapult pack art. Could it be a sign? Yeah, the things I wanted, I haven't quite gotten. I've gotten some good things though. I'm not gonna complain at all. Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, Cornerstone Ogerpon, those are good options. Let's see if we can get a Blood Moon. Let's see if we can get a Luxray EX. Either of those 2 cards and I'd be super happy. Or the Dragapult EX. Any of those. Rainfort, Diplin, Applin, Frogadier, and Hisuian Arcanine. Okay, not upset, not upset. We've got the Scoop Up Cyclone. We've got the Neo Upper Energy from our pity packs. Cornerstone Ogerpon could definitely make a splash. The thing is, Azul has just mixed up his strategy so consistently. He's not played the same deck twice in a row. I don't really want to hard play into the Charizard EX because I feel like he's gonna change it up. I feel like he's gonna say, oh, it's too boring. I don't wanna just play that again, even though it would be really good. Yeah, we've got some things to look at, some options to consider. I'm gonna go downstairs and build, and Azul's gonna get up here and open his packs. So Azul came up to record his. He was about to get started. He pulled his packs out and said, yo, did you open enough packs? Because behind the flap was one of each pack. I didn't open enough packs. I have one more pack. Let's go. That could be massive. Get out of here, bug. One more pack. That would be really funny if this had like a massive hit in it. I pulled from the same side of the box, so I'm keeping with the left side. Let's see if this last pack has anything that could be a big impact here. Helioptile, Finizen, Caretaker, Glimmet, Iron Bundle, Probopass, a Love Ball, another one, Snorlax, Timber, and Walking Lake. That's gonna make a big difference. Pig, you do not have to leave that.
All right then, let's get into it. Let's see what Chip left me. Definitely some heavy hitters in this set. I really want 2 Grass Ogerpon, which I know sounds a little bit greedy to get 2 of them, but I have 4 Energy Switch. I think I already got an A-Spec here. Oh no, I got Macargo EX. But Grass Ogerpon with the E-switches could create some really cool combos. There's Monkey Dory in here that I can put with Gardevoir. There's Fighting Ogerpon. There's Greninja EX. There's a lot of stuff, to be honest. There is the Diplin shenanigans with the Thwacky. There's Blissey. So there's a lot in here. Border cards, there's a lot of really powerful A-Specs, including the Energy A-Spec, the Legacy Energy. So there's a lot to take in here. Unfair Stamp, Aroma, Macargo EX. Discard the top card of each player's deck. This attack does 140 more damage for each energy card in this way. That's not very good. I mean, the Macargo is like cool. I'd rather have it than not. It's another EX to work around, I guess, but obviously not super powerful. I think I really just want Monkey Dory so I can pivot back to Guardy and spice up the Guardy list a little bit. The bug catching set for the future grass deck, maybe. I did get a Thwacky already, and we did get that Diplin, but we need like a lot of stadiums to actually make that grass deck work, so that's probably not a reality. I don't think that's gonna be happening. We'll see though. Ooh. That's an EX. We got a Kieran as well. That's a good utility supporter there. It's a switch card and a plus 30 damage potentially. And the EX is the Grass Ogerpon with that Teal Dance, accelerates the energy, draws the card. And then I do a 4 E-switch. There's some combo there, potential. But I said, like, I think I need 2. If I'm gonna make a deck around the Teal Mask Ogerpon, energy acceleration, I think I need 2 of them. I don't think one's enough. It's a cool start, but not enough. Ooh, a Dracloak is nice as well. There's also Dragapult in this set. There is Dragapult as well. We got some baby pawns. Hold up, hold up. 20 for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Not that good, to be honest. The Dracloak is sick, adds a potential draw engine, plus Dragapult is pretty good. Maybe I can put a Dragapult in my Guardy deck. That would be pretty sick. Did we get a Dreepy so far? So we're on the hunt for the Dreepy and the Dragapult moving forwards. Ooh, there's already some more shine in there. It could just be a holo, I guess. Boomerang Energy, Palafin. There's a Palafin EX. I got a lot of Palafins. We do have that Scream Tail EX. I'm a big fan of this card. It's got that Scream attack. On our first turn, if we go second, we can use this. Our opponent can't play any supporters from their hand during their next turn. So super powerful attack. A little bit awkward to set up though. You got to get in the active. And then on top of that, you have to go second. And then you can only use it on your first turn. So it's pretty awkward. Then we have the Florges here. Once on your turn, you may flip a coin of heads, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. The new active is not confused. That's a gust effect on a flip on an ability. I think I have enough gust effects where I don't need something like that. But actually, that's not bad. Yeah, not terrible. Oh. Dude, it's like every pack though. What do we got? What A-Spec is it? The Tatsugiri is nice as well. Pretty powerful support Pokemon. And we got the Secret Box. Oh. Dude, we gotta hit him with the Secret Box Guardy with the Tatsugiri. Oh my. Oh. All right, well, we know what we're playing. We got a flex on chip with the Secret Box and the Monkey Dory. Put that in the Gardevoir deck. I think we already know what we're playing in this battle coming up. I just need to switch up my Guardy deck a little bit. I was on the Charizard last time, but we're making our way back for sure. Now, there is Iron Thorns in this set. I gotta be careful of the Iron Thorns. Chip maybe got an Iron Thorns. I think I do have a Fluttermane though. I don't think I played it previously, but I'll definitely have to include it now to deal with the potential Iron Thorns, which would shut down my Guardy. Jamming Tower, not a bad card to have around. We also got a Dreepy for our Dracloak, potential draw engine there. Although we're rocking the Reverooms here for sure. I'm excited for some Secret Box Guardy though, I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty sick. Festival Grounds, dude, ooh, double Tatsu? I might have to do it to him. No, probably one Tatsu, and do I have the rescue board? I don't know if I have the rescue board. One Tatsu, and then we'll also play Cleffa still, for sure. But we got the cool artwork, so I'm gonna be rocking that. Big Tatsugiri fan, if you know, you know. So far, so good. I'm liking our new additions. We got I would like a second Grass Ogerpon though, I'm not gonna lie. I want another one. Ooh, we got the Pheasantipity. We could actually use this as an attacker in our Gardevoir deck. We could put the Pheasantipity in there. It does 30 more damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon, so you can put, what, like 5 on it with Gardevoir. I'm doing 150, put a Dark Energy on there. If we get hit, we flip a coin. If heads, we don't actually take damage. Could possibly include that, probably not. Also, actually, I should probably just mention this. We could actually, because I did just get this Swirlix, we could just do a Thwacky Swirlix engine, because I think I did pull second Thwacky. The question is, do I have Grookeys? Oh, but I have one Applin, no Grookeys. Maybe there's a Grookey in a different previous set that I could use instead. But I almost have a Diplin deck coming together here. That would actually be a pretty sick pivot as well. Don't know exactly how I play it. Maybe the Ogerpon gets involved in that deck, but probably not. Pinsir, and oh, we did get the Palafin EX. Oh my gosh, man, I just have so many options now. I have plenty of Palafins, as y'all know, so we could get the Palafin EX involved with the rest of them. Also got a Hassel, which is a pretty powerful supporter in slower decks. Probably pretty good in Gardevoir, to be honest. Did get the Palafin EX, so if I want to make a pivot back to some water style deck, we have that to work with. We got our Froakie. Will we get a Greninja EX? That could be a powerful Pokemon to include in a water deck. So far, not so good. No Applins, no Grookeys. That's what we need. That's what we're looking for if we ever want to go into the Diplin. Another two bug catching sets, another Dracloak. Okay. Only one Dreepy though, I think, so far still. But we're actually building up up a little bit of a Dracapult draw engine. The bug catching sets are cool as well. This is solid for sure, but I think I am pivoting back to Gardevoir. I think we just got so many cool cards to make our Gardevoir deck that much better. So I think I do want to make my way back to Gardevoir because of these new additions. The Monkey Dory for the damage spread. We already got the Screamtail, like I said. I think, oh, an Applin. Okay, I think I do have a Fluttermane. An Applin might, oh wait, we got the Dragon Applin. That also works, right? We can also evolve with that one. Okay. We have no Grookey's though, unless, I hope Grookey came out in the previous set. Otherwise, it's not gonna be possible to like do anything with the Grookey's. A Carmine is decent. Need that Palafin as well, actually, if we want to play the Palafin EX. I forgot that we do need to play this Palafin to get to the Palafin EX. You can't just play the old Palafin. Keep going here. Another EX. Second jamming tower. It is. Holy. We got the Dragapults. Another Tatsugiri. I have 3 Tatsugiris. I don't need 3 Tatsugiris. I only got 1 Dreepy though. I have 2 Dracloak, 1 Dreepy. Dragapult would be sick to play though, to be honest. I could play Dragapult Charizard, Dragapult Pidgeot. I only got 1 Dreepy though. Is Dreepy in a different set? I don't think it is. I think this is the only set where there's Dreepy. I'll have to go back through this later, but I'm pretty sure I'm looking at a 1-2-1 Dragapult, but we have 1 pack left. We could get ourselves another Dreepy here. That would be the big card, because pivoting over to Dragapult would be pretty sick. Handheld Fan is nice. Another Diplin, but it's the wrong one. And, oh my. Second Monkey Dory. Man, we're going with a spread Guardy deck. I mean, it's got to be it. I hope I have that Fluttermane. I think I have a Fluttermane. I'm really hoping I do now, because Fluttermane is a big deal for some spread Monkey. I mean, we gotta do the Monkey Dory thing. I mean, Dragapult looks cool in the future, but I only have the 1 Dreepy. If I had 2 Dreepy, I would maybe pursue a Dragapult build, but because of the lack of Dreepy, I think I'm gonna have to hold off on that. The Dracloak draw engine, I guess, in a deck could be pretty cool. We got the secret box. I think I'm gonna have to bring out the secret box as well. Hopefully Chip got an ace spec this time around, so he's not left with no ace spec. And I have Luxurious Cape and the Bravery Charm, which should be enough to carry me for my damage here. I do have the damage spread to work with it now as well, so that's gonna be a big deal. All right, well, I think we know what we're playing. Let me go ahead and upgrade my Gardevoir deck, and let's see what I can come up with.
Just wanted to pop in real quick and say thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're enjoying yourself, please consider subscribing. It would really help us out a bunch. And if you want to show a little extra support, you can do so by becoming a channel member down below. And a perk of being a channel member will allow you to get access to these videos a little early, getting you a chance to see them before anyone else. Now back to the video.
Okay, so like I said during my opening, I'm gonna make the pivot back to Gardevoir. We got the secret box, we got double Monkey Dory. We can't not do it. I've got the Tatsugiri in here. I did have Rescue Board. I actually had 2. I'm going with an 8-2 energy count, which I think might be a little bit low, because I do need to find the energy, and I only have 1 Earthen Vessel, but I'm hoping it kind of works out. So 2 Dark Energy for the Monkey Dories. I didn't include the Pheasantipity at all in here. And then 8 of the basic Psychics. I have the 2-1-3 Gardevoir lineup again. I got the Fluttermane, like I mentioned. I did have it. I wasn't sure. Screamtail, Drifloon, and then the Monkey Doors, of course, with Tatsugiri. Don't have the Cleffa in here anymore. Opting for the Tatsugiri instead for a little bit better of a mid-game, late-game support. Cleffa eating up a bench space potentially throughout the whole game is pretty bad, so I'm trying to avoid that. 2-2 Rep Room, of course. Draw Engine plus a way to get energy in the discard pile. 1 Artisan, 1 Down Store to work with the secret box. And then for the tool cards, we got a bunch here. Bravery Charm, Luxurious Cape, Team Evolution, Team Devolution, and Rescue Board. We can kind of act as like a semi-spread deck with like Monkey Dory plus Fluttermane. Maybe even Screamtail gets involved and then go for a big TM Devo play. We can play a little bit more straight up attacking the active with heavy hits from like Gardevoir or Drifloon. Heavy snipes from the Screamtail as well is also an option. I was thinking about including a 3rd stadium because Chip also maybe got a jamming tower. We definitely want to be able to counter that so we can utilize Bravery Charm, Luxurious Cape, Team Evolution, all that stuff. So that is like something potentially that Chip got. Pokemon Search, still in the Great Balls, Poffins. I got a second Nest Ball from my prize pack last time, so I included that. 2 Ultra Balls, Earthen Vessel, like I mentioned, we still have our Palpad, Super Rods for the recovery. And I have thinned out my supporter line further, and we've gotten 1 new, more powerful supporter card in the Carmine. That's a little bit better than some of the other stuff. I've gotten rid of a lot of the Pokemon Search supporters in favor of just heavier draw supporters. I guess that's kind of just Carmine, and also Pokemon Search items as well. Like I got rid of the Clavels, Jack, got rid of all that stuff. I did get an extra Nest Ball to work with, and overall I think the build is going to be a little bit more aggressive in general. Haplocipher's Maniac is kind of like a combo supporter, help us find stuff like Super Rod and the tool cards as the game progresses, so I'm going with that 1 Cypher Maniac in here. I would prefer like more Arvins, but only have 1 Arvin, and then we still have the Turbo of the Research, and then that Palpad to recover everything overall. So I'm really liking the builds, feeling very confident going into this one once again. Big upgrades for the Gardevoir with the Monkey Dories, so I'm excited to see what Chip comes up with this time. I think he's he's got probably a better idea on my options of what I could bring. This is pretty unlikely I got anything too crazy. I did almost get the potential for Dragapult though. And I think if I had gotten another Dreepy, I might have pivoted to Dragapult. I only have one Dragapult, but I could have made it work with some other stuff, maybe like Charizard Dragapult or something like that. And I could still make my way over to that. I would have really wanted another Dreepy though. So maybe in the future, Dragapult will come out. But for right now, we're rocking the Gardevoir.
Okay, we're back. We are running it back with a deck that I've played, I think a couple times now at this point in the series, and that is the Charizard EX Ninetales based deck. Ninetales, we know if you've been following this series, is incredibly strong. Now, obviously, Azul could be playing the Rabsca, which could complicate things, it could slow things down. If that's the case, I do have the fallback, of course, of just attacking with Charizard EX, and I'm also playing the Gouging Fire EX. Now, as far as new cards from the most recent set, I am playing that A-Spec, Scoop Up Cyclone. Resetting a high HP Stage 2 seems incredibly good. Resetting the high HP basic Pokemon of the Gouging Fire seems really, really good. And then I've also got the 2 copies of Kieran. I think it's Kieran. I'm gonna just run with that. It works really well with a bunch of things. It works well with Ninetales. I can reset its Ninetale Dance attack. I can reset the Gouging Fire EX as well. And then for my support engine, I'm going with the Dunsparce, that is. Mixing it up quite a bit here. Runaway draw, shuffling the Dunsparce into the deck, drawing 3 cards. Actually, you draw 3, then you shuffle in, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, really excited to try that out. It's not something I'm gonna have to worry about getting stuck. I wouldn't have been as worried about something getting stuck in the active spot, which has been a common theme throughout this entire series, as I have been in the past, because I do have the 2 Kieran, which lets me switch. I've got the Scoop of Cyclone to get some mobility. I did, of course, debate the Neo Upper Energy. Would have been pretty good with the Charizard EX from 151, but I'm deciding to stick with just the Scoop of Cyclone. I think the Neo Upper Energy only works on the Charizard EX. It works on the other one, but that's not necessary, right? Because we've got Infernal Rain. So it only works with that card, whereas Scoop of Cyclone gives me a little bit more utility in general. I do have the 1 Mist Energy, trying to, you know, prepare for any potential shenanigans that Azul could have. I've got a couple Counter Catcher. Something big you'll notice that is missing here, I do not have any copies of Professor's Research in this deck. I'm gonna really focus on disrupting Azul here. 4 copies of Iono and 2 copies of Judge, really focusing on the disruption, trying to slow him down, take out his Cleffa while disrupting him at the same time. Of course, I do have the 1 Heat Tackle Charmander, trying to get in there to KO the Cleffa on turn 1, potentially, if it does come up. But yeah, I'm excited to try this out. I'm really hoping, please, that this can get me a win here in this series. It has been too many episodes since I got a win, so I'm gonna go back to Charizard EX. I'm a little worried about the potential of Azul playing his Charizard EX. He'll have a better version of the deck with Pidgeot, but Azul's been changing it up pretty consistently with his strategy, so I'm not totally expecting it. This is the deck. There's a few other things. You'll figure it out as we play the game. I'm excited. Let's get into these games.
All right, Chip, we're back again for another Evo series.
We're back again. Here we go. It's not been faring the best for me. I'm down 2-5 at this point. So I got some work to do.
So I think this booster box half is the best booster box half I've pulled yet. In terms of like quality of cards. Now, how much synergy is what you'll figure out. So you
got like a Blood Moon and then a Teal Mask and then a Dragapult. It's funny because I've been choosing the right side of the box this whole series, and this time I switched it up. I chose the left side. I think my pulls were pretty good. I'm not super upset about them.
Did you get an A-Spec?
I maybe got an A-Spec.
Yeah, you got an A-Spec.
Finally. I also had some Temporal Forces Pity Packs, don't forget.
Oh, true.
So there was an opportunity to get some very good A-Specs from that set.
Yeah. All right, Chip. Well, I'm ready to get into our next battle.
I'm ready as well, Azul. I got some fresh sleeves. They feel so good. This is the time. I'm getting a win. Heads or tails?
I'll take heads.
There we go. It is heads.
All right, I will play second.
You're going second, okay.
I'll go second. And we do have something on the line here as well with this one. Like last one, we got that prize pack to play for.
The prize pack is a huge deal and could have a massive impact on the series, for sure.
Definitely.
I do have a mulligan here.
I do not.
Here, see something kind of funny in this mulligan?
The Dunsparce, rare candies. Okay, bringing the candies back. The Dunsparce is a terrible card.
Whoa!
That people ask me about all the time. People are like,
Calm
Azul,
down.
what about the Dunsparce? I'm like, it's garbage.
What?
Everyone's trying to put the Dunsparce in everything all the time.
Well, in the standard, we have like Babarrel. We don't have
true.
Babarrel in the evolution series.
In the evolution series, it's fine, yes. Overall, terrible card. Although once rotation hits, it could be tough. But the thing is, it's always terrible in comparison to what else is out there. Like, the Festival League deck could be good if Charizard didn't exist and Dragapult didn't exist. And so it looks like double Judge, Fires, Rare Candies, Ancient Booster Capsule. Well, it sounds like there's probably Charizard in there. I think that's safe to say. But now I'm curious what else you were cooking.
It did take me a while to build. I actually had one deck picked out and totally changed my mind and went to this.
We'll see if you end up being happy with your choice or not, I guess.
We will see. I'm kind of hoping to not see a Palafin, but we'll see. Another mulligan, and I'm gonna give away a lot of information with this one.
The Ninetales is back, a super annoying card.
And by your reaction, I'm not sure if you've got a Rabsca in your deck this time. You didn't seem pumped to see the Ninetales.
I'm never pumped it, but I think I can handle the Ninetales just fine, to be honest.
Okay.
Especially with 3 mulligans to work with.
Yeah, that is a problem. That is a problem.
How many basics do you play?
Enough. All right, I did finally find a basic, so I will start this.
All right, I'll draw my 3 mulligans.
Holy cow.
All right, Chip.
All right, Azul, good luck. Ooh, the
Chip.
Fluttermane starts. Okay, I will draw for turn. I'm gonna kick off my turn with a Nest Ball, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, putting it onto my bench, and then shuffling my deck afterwards. And from that Nest Ball, I'm gonna grab myself a Dunsparce and put it onto my bench. What's so funny, bro?
Making its way into play early, I see.
The disrespect of the Dunsparce is actually unreal. So Fluttermane could be anything, but my main thought is it's probably Gardevoir.
I think that's probably a pretty safe bet.
So Dunsparce goes to the bench. I'm gonna attach Return to Charmander and retreat it to my Dunsparce, and then I will pass my turn to you.
All right, sounds good. I'll draw for turn. I'll play an Ultra Ball, discarding a basic Psychic Energy and a Youngster.
The Youngsters!
Searching my deck for any one Pokemon and adding it to my hand.
Honestly, after this, you gotta get yourself like a 10 graded Youngster or something to put on the shelf. Youngster's gonna be here until the very end.
It might make it all the way there, to be honest. Off the Ultra Ball, I'll grab a Ralts and add it to my hand.
All right.
I'll attach a basic Psychic Energy for turn to the Fluttermane. Bench my Ralts, bench a Monkey Dory.
Oh, pretty good.
And then play Iono. We'll shuffle our hands, put them on the bottom of our deck, and then draw as many cards for as many prize cards as we have remaining, so we're both getting 6 here.
A Monkey Dory is pretty good with the Gardevoir.
I'm definitely not mad about it. Next, I'll bench another Ralts, bench a Vroom, and with that chip, I will pass it over to you.
Okay, I will draw for turn. I'm gonna use Ultra Ball, discarding from my hand Mist Energy and Charizard EX, searching my deck for any Pokemon and putting it in my hand. Dude, you are just disrespecting.
It's just not, that's not a very good card. Do you remember when that card was coming out?
Yes.
People were like so hype about the mirror match deck.
And then off the Ultra Ball, I'll grab myself a Cleffa and put it into my hands.
I've seen better, but this it's solid. That's a solid poke right there.
What's wrong with you?
What do you think, I'm disrespecting the Cleffa?
You are. I'll evolve my Charmander into Charmeleon. I will bench my Cleffa. I'll then attach an energy for turn to Charmeleon. Then I'm gonna retreat Dunsparce with the free retreat into the Cleffa, and I'll use Grasping Draw to draw until I have 7 cards in my hand, drawing 5 cards.
Sounds good, Chip. All right, I'll go ahead. I'll draw for turn. Ooh, okay, hold up.
Oh gosh.
All right, there's a lot to think about here. I'm gonna start my turn by Ultra Balling away an Arven and a Great Ball to search my deck for any one Pokemon card and adding it to my hand, and I will grab a Revavroom.
Hopefully you've got an energy in your hand.
Hopefully. Next, I will play a Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, searching my deck for any 2 cards.
It's pretty good.
And putting them on the top of my deck. Next, I'll evolve to Revavroom, use the Rumbling Engine, discarding a basic energy from my hand, drawing 6 cards, getting the 2 from the Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, plus 4 more. And surprise, surprise, I have Candy Gardevoir.
What? So lucky, dude.
And went a little bit better than that. And I'll go a step further, attach for turn to the Monkey Dory. I'll activate the Psychic Embrace to my Fluttermane, putting 2 energy from my discard pile, putting 4 damage counters, and then I'll use the Adrenabrain, moving 3 damage counters from my Fluttermane over to your Charmeleon. And then I will end my turn by using the Hex Hurl to knock out your... Oh, oops, I definitely messed up.
What?
Well, I should have KO'd this with Monkey Dory.
That would have been pretty good.
Lost in the sauce. Hex Hurl, knock out your Clef, and I'll put 2 on the Dunsparce. At least I didn't mess up and put the 2 on the Charmeleon.
That would have been fun.
Give myself a prize
I was
card.
waiting for it.
Yeah, definitely a blunder there, but I can't really complain with how good of a start I have.
This is a pretty good turn too, not gonna lie. Cleffa goes down, Dunsparce comes up, I draw for turn. All right, that was a pretty good draw. I'll use Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from my hand in order to search my deck for any one Pokemon and put it in my hand. And I'll discard Town Store and Mela. Searching my deck for a Pokemon. I will grab myself, of course, Charizard EX. I'm gonna bench Vulpix. Then I will evolve my Charmeleon into Charizard EX, and I'll use its ability Infernal Rain to search my deck for 3 basic fire energies and attach them to my Pokemon however I would like. And I will go 1 on the Charizard EX, 2 onto the Vulpix. Weird sequencing things here. Having to play very actively around the Midnight Fluttering ability. I'll retreat my Dunsparce into Charizard EX, and then I will evolve Dunsparce into Dunsparce, and then I will use its ability Runaway Draw to draw 3 cards, and then if I draw any cards in this way, shuffle it back into my deck. Draw 3, shuffle him back in. I'll use Arven to search my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card, reveal them, and put them into my hand. Off the Arven, I will grab myself a Counter Catcher and a Defiance Band.
Sounds good.
I will put Dunsparce onto my bench. I'll use Counter Catcher to bring up Revavroom to the active spot. And then I will use Burning Darkness, 210 damage for the knockout, taking a prize card.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and promote Monkey Dory and draw for turn.
Okay.
Start my turn by playing Buddy Buddy Poffin, searching my deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 or less HP and putting them onto my bench.
Yep.
And I'll go ahead and find myself a Tatsugiri.
Ooh, nice.
And then I'll play a Nest Ball, searching my deck for any basic Pokemon and putting it onto my bench. And I'll go ahead and grab a second Monkey Dory.
The double Dory, all right.
Definitely messed up here a little bit. We'll see how it ends up going though. And then I'll play Professor's Research. Discard in my hand, drawing 7 new cards off the top.
So you're just playing the no Curlia build?
I'll then evolve my Ralts to a Curlia.
Okay, well, I don't know why you wouldn't just attach the Team Evo just in case, you know?
I'll then play Earthen Vessel, discarding a basic Psychic Energy, searching my deck for 2 basic energy cards and add them to my hand, and I'll grab a Dark and a Psychic.
Okay.
I'll then attach a Dark for turn to the bench Monkey Dory, utilize a Psychic Embrace to accelerate an energy to my active Monkey Dory, placing 2 damage counters on it, and then I will go ahead and use Adrenabrain number 1 to move 2 to your Vulpix, Adrenabrain number 2 to move another 1 to your Vulpix, and then I will Mind Bend, doing 60 damage and confusing your Charizard.
I am confused, all right. An interesting game we have developing here. I will draw for turn. The confusion is, of course, extremely annoying. Nobody likes to be confused. I'm gonna put Artisan into play, and then I'm gonna use Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box and putting it directly onto my bench. And off the Artisan, I'll grab myself a Charmander, putting it down. I will then use Kieran in order to switch my Charizard to the bench, bringing up Dunsparce. And then with Dunsparce's free retreat, I will switch it back to the bench. A little annoying to have to go through all that, but it's what we're doing. And then I will go for the Burning Darkness for the knockout.
All right, goodbye, Monkey Dory. I'll go ahead and promote the Tatsugiri.
Okay.
And draw for turn. Use Attract Customers. Tatsugiri looking at the top 6 cards of my deck, taking any supporter card I find there and adding it to my hand. And I'll grab Youngster. Next, I'll play Super Rod, recovering Monkey Dory, Dark Energy, and Varoom from my discard pile. I'll then activate your Artisan to go ahead and get myself a Varoom from my deck and put it onto my bench.
Okay.
I will Counter Catcher up your Charmander.
Okay.
Attach Return to my Tatsugiri to retreat to Fluttermane. Attach a Rescue Board to my Tatsugiri, and then play Youngster, shuffling my hand into my deck and drawing 5 cards. 3, 4, 5. I'll go ahead and use Psychic Embrace, attaching a basic Psychic Energy to my Gardevoir EX. And then I will use the Adrenabrain to move the 2 damage to your Vulpix. And then I will use the Hex Hurl to knock out your Charmander and your Vulpix. Get myself 2 prize cards.
Pretty good math, pretty good math.
It does work out.
I'll promote Dunsparce and draw for turn. I'll use Super Rod to shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from my discard pile back into my deck. And from the Super Rod, I'll grab Charmander and 2 basic fire energies, putting them back in. I'll attach Defiance Band to my Charizard EX. And then I will play Iono, having each of us shuffle our hands into the deck, putting them on the bottom of the deck, drawing a number of cards equal to our remaining prize cards. I get 4, you get 3.
Sounds good.
I'll use the Artisan, search my deck for a basic Pokemon that does not have a rule box and put it onto my bench. And I'll grab myself a Charmander and putting it down. I will bench Dunsparce, and then I will retreat my Dunsparce into Charizard EX, and I'm gonna go for the Burning Darkness for the knockout, taking a prize card.
Promote my Gardevoir EX and draw for turn. I'll then go ahead and use Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon and putting it onto my bench. And I'll fail the Artisan, yeah. I'll then bench Screamtail from my hand, use a Psychic Embrace to load up 2 Psychic Energy to my active Gardevoir, placing 4 damage counters on it, retreating into my Screamtail. I'll then activate the Adrenaline Brain of Monkey Dory to move 3 damage counters to your active Charizard, and then Psychic Embrace one more time to my Screamtail now, and then I will Roaring Scream to knock out your bench Charmander.
Okay. I'll draw for turn. I will evolve my Dunsparce into Dunsparce, and I'll use Runaway Draw to draw 3 cards, and then shuffle the Dunsparce back into my deck. I'll use the Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon without. From that, I will grab my Charmander. I made a mistake, I think. We'll see if it matters though. I'll play Nest Ball to search my deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto my bench. I'll grab a Dunsparce. And then I will play Scoop Up Cyclone to put one of my Pokemon and all cards attached to it into my hand, picking up the Charizard EX. I'll promote the Charmander. I'll then attach Defiance Band. I'll attach a Fire Energy. I'll bench Charmander. And I will go for the Heat Tackle, 60 damage, enough to knock out the Screamtail and take a prize.
And then I believe you do deal 10 damage to yourself.
10 damage to myself.
Definitely interesting. Well, I can definitely win this turn,
yeah,
but I don't know if I can quite get there with my current setup. So I think I'm gonna have to start by pushing up Tatsugiri and looking for a top deck here. Draw for turn, activate the Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, and putting it onto my bench.
These games get so intense.
I know.
So close.
And with that, I'll grab a second Monkey Dory.
Makes sense.
Then I'll go ahead and play Town Store, removing your Artisan, and I'll activate Town Store, searching my deck for a tool card, and I will grab a Bravery Charm.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and use Attract Customers, looking at the top 6 cards of my deck, taking any supporter I find there, and adding it to my hand. There's no supporter. Shuffle those cards back to the deck. This has definitely gotten tricky. I do not feel good about my chances in this one anymore, for sure. But I don't think I really have a choice here. Oh no, I definitely did. I messed up. We'll get them next time. Dude, the amount of mistakes I've made in this game is so high. Now I'll have to do something else, I guess. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use Psychic Embrace to load up 2 Psychic Energy onto my Monkey Dory.
Okay.
And I think I'll go ahead and actually load up a 3rd to build it up to 6 damage counters. Then retreat my Tatsugiri into the Monkey Dory. I'll use 1 Adrenaline Brain, moving 30 from this Monkey Dory over to one of your Dunsparce, and then I'll take the knockout with Mind Bend on the active Charmander.
All right, and that should do it. Azul, I can promote my Charmander. Draw for turn. It's been so long since I've had a win in this series. Rare Candy into the Charizard EX, using Infernal Rain, searching my deck for up to 3 energy cards. I'll get 2 basic fires, and then I will use Counter Catcher to bring up Gardevoir EX, using Burning Darkness with the weakness, taking my final 2 prizes, getting the win.
That was tough. I assumed you'd probably just have boss there, but maybe not. The counter catcher works. I had game on the last turn. All I had to do was super out my Fluttermane back, and I had boss Fluttermane to KO both Charmanders.
Yeah.
Definitely made some mistakes there, but
Evolution series is hard. Pokemon is kind of hard, you know?
We have some time to make a comeback here.
All right.
Going to game 2.
You do get to choose again.
I will go second again.
You'll go second again.
Feel pretty confident with that one.
I think that seems like a good play.
All right, Chip. I definitely made some errors in that one. I had the KO on your Cleffa turn 2 with the Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
I missed that.
I was thinking about what I was going to do whenever you did that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what do I push?
And then I did have game on that last turn as well with Fluttermane boss. But it's fine. Got game 2 and 3 to make the bounce back happen.
They say Gardevoir's a hard deck to play, so.
I will go second.
Okay. I'm going first. I do have a mulligan.
All right.
Okay, I got a basic. Put that down.
Draw my mulligan, and I've got that Tatsu start.
That's pretty good. Going second as well, I started a Charmander, and I will draw for turn. I'll start my turn off by using Nest Ball, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, putting it onto my bench, then shuffling the deck. From the Nest Ball, I will grab myself a Vulpix and put it onto my bench.
Sounds good. The dreaded Vulpix.
See if it can make an impact this game. I had a hard time doing it last game. And then I will pass.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw for turn. I'll start my turn by playing a Buddy Poffin. Searching my deck for 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and placing them onto my bench. Off the Buddy Poffin, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Ralts and a Varoom.
Okay.
And then gonna go back into the deck with an Arven. Searching my deck for a tool card and an item card, and adding them to my hand. And I'll grab a TM Evo and another Buddy Poffin. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this Buddy Poffin immediately and grab myself another Ralts.
Pretty strong opening.
No complaints yet. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and use Attract Customers. Look at the top 6 cards on my deck. Take a supporter card I find there and add it to my hand. And I'll fail the Attract Customers. Attach Return to Tatsugiri, attach TM Evolution to Tatsugiri, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the TM Evolution attack to evolve a Ralts and a Varoom into a Revavroom and a Kirlia.
I will draw for turn. I'm gonna evolve my Vulpix into Ninetales. I'm gonna use Boss's Orders to bring up the Revavroom. I'll attach an energy for turn to my Charmander, and I will pass to you.
All right, sounds good, Chip. I'll draw for turn. Play Rare Candy to evolve my Ralts into a Gardevoir. I will bench Drifloon, play Town Store, and then use Carmine, discarding my hand, and drawing 5 new cards. Go ahead and activate Town Store, searching my deck for a tool card and adding it to my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the rescue board.
Yep. Probably should have just retreated into the Ninetales.
And with that, Chip, I'll have to pass.
Okay, I'll draw for turn. I'm gonna retreat Charmander into Ninetales, and I'll use the Town Store, putting the Defiance Band into my hand, and then I will pass to you.
All right, sounds good. I'll draw for turn.
How's it feel? Let's get your Revavroom stuck active.
We haven't taken any knockouts yet, so I'm not too worried.
True.
I'm gonna go ahead and play Nest Ball, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon and putting it onto my bench. And probably to no one's surprise, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Screamtail. Then I'll attach the rescue board to the active and play Youngster, shuffling my hand into my deck and drawing 5 cards.
Whiff, 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 whiff.
I'll attach for turn to Revavroom and then use Rumbling Engine, discarding an energy from my hand.
Yep.
And drawing 3 cards, drawing up to 6, which will give me 3 cards. Would you retreat past last turn?
You don't know that.
All right, I'm gonna retreat my Revavroom into Drifloon, load up 2 energy with Gardevoir EX, putting 40 damage onto my Drifloon, and then Balloon Blast for 120 damage to knock out your Ninetales.
Okay. Oh man, I could punish you so hard here. Draw. All right. Let's see how much of a punish it actually is. I'll go for the Town Store, search my deck for a Pokemon tool card, put it into my hand. I'll grab Technical Machine Devolution. Made its way into the deck for this one. I'll use Ultra Ball to discard 2 cards from my hand, searching my deck for any Pokemon, and I will discard a Technical Machine Devolution and a Kieran. From the Ultra Ball, I'll grab myself a Charizard EX. I'll use Rare Candy, evolving my Charmander into Charizard EX, searching my deck for up to 3 basic Fire Energies and attaching them to my Pokemon however I like, and I will put 2 onto Charizard EX. And I will then use Counter Catcher to bring up the Gardevoir EX from your bench to the active spot. And I'll go for the Burning Darkness, hitting for weakness, more than enough to KO Gardevoir, taking 2 prizes.
I'll go ahead and promote Drifloon and draw for turn.
Okay.
I'll play Cypher Maniac, searching my deck for any 2 cards and putting them on top of my deck. Grabbing these 2 and placing them on top of my deck. Attach return to Tatsugiri and use Rumbling Engine, discarding an energy from my hand, drawing until I have 6, so I get 1 card, and I'll bench a Ralts, and then Balloon Blast for 120 damage.
All right. I will draw for turn, and I'll kick off my turn with an Iono. Each player shuffling their hand, putting it on the bottom of the deck, drawing a number of cards equal to the number of prize cards they have remaining. I get 4, you get 5. A little bit scary. Yeah, I'll go for Burning Darkness for the knockout. Take a prize.
All right, I'm gonna push up Tatsugiri and then draw for turn. I'll play Super Rod, recovering Drifloon and Gardevoir EX. And then I'll activate Town Store, searching my deck for a tool card, which I will fail, and then play Artisan, placing the Town Store, and then I'll activate Artisan, searching my deck for basic Pokemon. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Monkey Dory. And then I will use Rumbling Engine, discarding a energy card from my hand and drawing until I have 6 cards. 2, 3. All right, that should do it.
Okay.
I'll Ultra Ball away Monkey Dory and Nest Ball, searching my deck for a Gardevoir EX, evolving it, attach a basic Dark Energy to my Monkey Dory, retreat into my Gardevoir, accelerate 3 basic Psychic Energy from my discard pile to the Gardevoir EX, now Monkey Dory 30 over from the Gardevoir to your active, and then Miracle Force for the KO, winning by bench out, Chip.
Winning by bench outs. Quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. Buddy popping off the prizes, just taunting me.
A little bit too late.
Well, I do get it to choose now, at least. And I am going to choose to go second.
All right, let's see how it goes. So far, it's been pretty good for me, I'm not gonna lie. I've not disliked going second. I'll see if I can continue to make up for my blunders in game 1 with some hopeful follow-up here in game 3. Game 2, I think it was a little clearer. The Ninetales turn was interesting for sure. I wasn't sure how I could approach that.
I think it gave me a path back in.
I mean, if you had just drawn an Iona or a Research, though, the Ninetales is a little bit scarier, I feel like, than...
Yeah, but I can't do anything with it that turn.
Yeah, you had Defiance Band Fire. Knocks out whatever.
Sure.
So you get a prize card. But yeah, maybe Kevin the Charmander was just better, because then you have to find 2 Charmanders.
Right.
But if I keep just spawn trapping your Charmanders, you just keep getting a prize card with Ninetales over and over again.
Well, remember, Ninetales can't attack in turns back to back.
No, the first attack, though.
Oh,
the first attack, I can't.
Yeah. Just keep, because everything's
That's
gonna
the
have
scary
no
attack.
HP.
Yeah. The scary attack is the first attack. All right, Chip, let's get it.
I'm going second.
Ooh, this would have been so insane. It actually wouldn't have been that good. But I did draw into my Carmine into this mulligan, and I will have to reveal something to you, Chip.
Ooh.
I did find Secret Box.
Ooh, I had not seen your ace spec, so I was wondering what it was. Wow, Carmine into Secret Box. That's a pretty good setup, not bad.
Yeah, unfortunately I had a candy in that hand. The Artisan was nice, though.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know how that one would have played out.
I'll take my mulligan.
Sounds good. Let's get into it. I'm going first. I'll draw for turn. I'll play Artisan and activate it, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon. I'll grab a Varoom. I'll then play a Nest Ball, searching my deck for another basic Pokemon, and I'll grab a Ralts.
Okay.
Bench a Varoom, pass it over to you.
Draw for turn. I'll start my turn off by using Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box, putting it onto my bench. Off the Artisan, I'll grab myself a Charmander, putting it onto the bench. Now I'll use Arven to search my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card, reveal them and put them into my hands. Off the Arven, I'll grab myself an Ultra Ball and an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. I'll use Ultra Ball to get rid of 2 basic fire energies, searching my deck for a Pokemon, putting it into my hand. I'll grab myself a Dunsparce. Then I will play Super Rod, shuffle 3 inning combination of Pokemon and basic energy from my discard pile back into my deck, putting back 2 basic fire energy. Started to go into autopilot, not look at anything. I literally didn't even check if my Charizard was in there. What happens when it gets late? I'll bench Dunsparce. I will bench Vulpix. I'll attach a basic fire energy for turn Vulpix. I will put Ancient Booster Energy Capsule onto Dunsparce.
Where it belongs.
And then I'll use Grasping Draw to draw until I have 7 cards in my hand, drawing 5.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and draw for turn, and I will start my turn by playing Iona. Both shuffle our hands, put on bottom of the deck, and then draw for each of our remaining prize cards. So we're both getting 6 here. Bench a Ralts, evolve a Varoom to a Revavroom, evolve my Ralts from last turn into a Kirlia, and then I'll use Rumbling Engine, discarding energy from my hand, drawing until I have 6 cards. And 6. Play an Ultra Ball, discarding a Youngster and a basic Psychic Energy, searching my deck for any Pokemon card put into my hand. I'll grab another Revavroom.
The draw engine is online. It was nice I was able to deal with 1 Revavroom in the first game. You're gonna be able to have 1 around guaranteed this time.
Evolve my Varoom to a Revavroom. Activate Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon and placing it onto my bench. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Monkey Dory. And then I'll activate my second Rumbling Engine, drawing another 4 cards.
It's a lot of draw power.
And with that chip, I will pass it over to you.
Okay, draw for turn. That's what I really needed. I'm gonna use Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box, putting it onto my bench. Off the Artisan, I'll grab myself a Charmander. I'll use Ultra Ball to discard 2 cards from my hand, searching my deck for a Pokemon, putting it into my hand, and I will grab a Charizard EX.
Sounds good.
I'll use Rare Candy to evolve Charmander into Charizard EX. I'll use its Infernal Rain ability, searching my deck for 3 energy cards attached into my Pokemon however I like. And I'll just get 2 energy and put them onto Charizard EX. I'll attach an energy for turn to my Charmander. Then I will go for the Grasping Draw to draw until I have 7 cards in my hand, drawing 5.
Sounds good. I'll draw for turn. I will play Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, searching my deck for any 2 cards and placing them on top of my deck. And I'll grab these 2, placing them on top of my deck. I will then use the Rumbling Engine, discarding a energy card from my hand and drawing until I have 6 cards on my hand, so I draw a single card. I'll then play Great Ball, looking at the top 7 cards on my deck and taking any Pokemon I find there, and I did find a Gardevoir.
So lucky, honestly.
And then I'm not gonna mess up the sequencing this time, Chip. I will evolve my Kirlia into a Gardevoir EX, and then I will activate Psychic Embrace, accelerating 2 basic Psychic Energy to my Gardevoir EX, placing 4 damage counters on it. I will then attach a Dark Energy to my Munkidori. Actually, it wasn't sequencing, it was just a gameplay error. And I'll move 30 damage from my Gardevoir EX to your Cleffa, getting myself a knockout.
And I have to decide what to promote here. And I will promote Dunsparce.
All right, and then Psychic Embrace again, 2 more energy to my Drifloon. I'm gonna go ahead and play Palpad, covering Youngster and Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking to my deck.
I was wondering if Palpad had made the cut. I was like, there's no way this guy cut Palpad.
And I'll Balloon Blast to knock out your Dunsparce.
That is a knockout. And also, down goes the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule.
We may never know what it is for.
Not in this matchup. I'll promote Charizard EX. I'll draw for turn. I'll use the Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, putting it onto my bench. One, of course, that does not have a rule box. I will fail the Artisan. I'll bench Dunsparce. I'll attach return to this Vulpix. I'll use Counter Catcher to bring up the Gardevoir EX. And then I will go for Iono, having both players shuffle their hands, putting them on the bottom of the deck. You get 4, I get 6. Then I'll go for the Burning Darkness, ×2 for weakness for the knockout.
I'll go ahead and promote Drifloon here and draw for turn. It was looking like it was maybe gonna get interesting for a second, but I did top deck. I was a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. Activate Artisan, searching my deck for a Pokemon, placing it onto my bench, and I will grab a Ralts. Play Earthen Vessel, discarding Great Ball, searching my deck for 2 energy cards and putting them into my hand, and I'll grab 2 basic Psychic Energy. I'll then use Rumbling Engine number 1, discarding a basic Psychic Energy from my hand to draw 2 cards. All right, I'm gonna play Ultra Ball, discarding Super Rod and Boss's Orders. Searching my deck for a Pokemon card. I'll grab a Gardevoir EX.
Yep.
I'll then play Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, searching my deck for any 2 cards and putting them on top of my deck. Those 2.
Locking it in, you sure about it?
Locked in on these.
Okay.
Placing these 2 on top of my deck, I'll then attach a Luxurious Cape to my active and then use Rumbling Engine, discarding an energy from my hand and drawing up to 6, getting me 5 new cards.
Okay.
I have Rare Candy Gardevoir.
I think it has to be that Ralts, but...
Oh, this Ralts.
yeah.
I'll then attach a TM Evolution to my Munkidori, use Psychic Embrace to load up 4 more energy onto my Drifloon.
Okay.
And then I will Balloon Blast for the KO on your Charizard EX.
That is a KO. I'll promote Dunsparce. I'll draw for turn. This Dunsparce being in play could be a issue, I guess. All right, so you've got 5. What's 6 energy on that guy? How many do you even play? Be a Superior, I guess, possibly. I'll evolve Vulpix into Ninetales. I'll use Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box. Put it onto my bench. I'll get a Vulpix. Gosh, maybe I can't do that, man. I think I just have to do it like this, and it's cringe, but it's what I gotta do. Off the Artisan, I will grab a Vulpix. I will then Ultra Ball, the Technical Machine Evolution, and Buddy Buddy Poffin, grabbing myself the Dunsparce.
There he is.
I had to show up at some point, you know. I'll attach an energy from turn to my Vulpix. I will retreat Dunsparce into Ninetales. I will evolve Dunsparce into the Dunsparce. And I will Ninetail Dance. KO the active, it still gets 2 prizes, right?
No.
No?
No, do you want to do something else?
Dude, I would do my whole turn differently. I have to attack with Vulpix. Wait, no, I can't even attack with Vulpix, dude.
Do you have it in play?
Dude, that is so cringe. Why doesn't that get it? Why does that work like that? And then I'll go for the Ninetail Dance to KO the Drifloon. Unfortunately, because it is damage counters and not damage, I do not get 2 prizes from the Luxurious Cape. I only get 1.
That is true, Chip. All right, goodbye, Loon. I'll miss you. And I'll promote my Gardevoir EX. Gotta discard that as well. I will draw for turn. Well, Chip, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot here now. Activate Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, placing it onto my bench. Off the Artisan, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a Flutter Mane.
Sounds good.
And then I'll activate a Psychic Embrace, 2 energy to my active card for EX, put 4 damage counters there, 3 energy over to the Flutter Mane, and then I will play Super Rod, recovering Gardevoir EX, Drifloon, and an energy, and shuffling those into my deck.
Yep.
And then I will retreat my Gardevoir to the Flutter Mane. I'll use Adrenabrain to move 3 damage counters from my Gardevoir over to your Vulpix. And then I will Hex Hurl, doing 90 damage to your active, and I'll put 2 damage counters on your Vulpix.
9 to the active, 2 more to Vulpix. I'll draw for turn. I'll attach Defiance Band to my Vulpix. I'll play Nest Ball, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, putting it onto my bench. Off the Nest Ball, I'll grab Gouging Fire EX and put him onto the bench.
There he is. I thought it was maybe that, or like the baby Gouging Fire. I don't know if we've had the baby.
It's not out yet, yeah.
Okay. Bad ancient Pokemon. But it is good to like trade into big 2 prizers.
Other decks, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I will play Iono. So each player shuffles their hand, puts it on the bottom. You get 2 cards, I get 3. Then I will use Runaway Draw, drawing 3 cards, and then shuffling the Dunsparce back into my deck. So the Dunsparce goes back in. I'll Ultra Ball away Nest Ball and Iono, search my deck for a Pokemon, put it in my hand. I'll grab myself Ninetales. I guess it's just all for nothing. And then I'll use Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box. And I'll put Dunsparce on my bench. I'll attach for turn to Gouging Fire EX. Retreat my Ninetales into the Gouging Fire EX, and I will pass Azul.
All right, Chip, sounds good. I'll go ahead and draw for turn. Trying to think if I have an out here to just win. I don't think I can just win on board though. So I'm gonna start by using a Rumbling Engine, discarding energy, drawing 3 cards. That should do it. I'm gonna replace Artisan with Town Store and then activate Artisan, searching my deck for the TM Devolution, which I don't think you have seen up to this point.
I have not.
And I will attach that to my Flutter Mane, use the Monkey Dory to move 3 damage counters from Flutter Mane to this Ninetales, and then TM Devolution to KO both of the Vulpix.
Dude, I wish I just picked up and read the
Luxurious Cape. Yeah, I forgot that's how it works too.
I could have Kiernan to KO'd that turn with Ninetales. I could have done the
the first
the
attack.
20, yeah. Kiernan plus 30 knockout.
That would have been pretty good. My response was gonna be
I was still in kind of a tough spot because my Charizard was in the discard pile.
you had Lone Charmander at that point still as well, right?
Exactly. I could have gotten another Charmander that turn, but it would have had to have been my 60 HP Charmander, which I was also being very wary. I was also trying to figure out ways to get my Dunsparce out of play so that you couldn't double Monkey Dory it and stuff like that.
I don't think I could have KO'd the whole squad because I did prize Screamtail.
Yeah.
Screamtail was my last 2. Otherwise, I could have gone with like a Turo, double Dory plus Screamtail.
I felt like I had this was a good shot for me to get back on the board, dude. Those were good games, though.
They were good games. You also have me too. I did prize 2 candy in my 4. So I forget what this 4th one was, but it was like this when I drew 2. So if I just whiff candy there, I'm pretty sure I just lose. But I did have 1 candy left. Oh yeah, because the first one came from Curly. I did have 1 candy remaining. So yeah, I went to the bottom of the deck. So I was
so
safe.
rough. Well, what were your other crazy hits from Twilight Masquerade?
Well, I got a Dragapult line.
I got a Dreepy.
I would have played Dragapult.
Dragapult Charizard seems
If I had a little more.
Dragapult Charizard.
I mean, yeah, that is what I mentioned when I like pulled it. I was like, this isn't a very thick line, but maybe it'd be enough to consider playing. I do have Dragapult, Charizard, and Pidgeot, so I could pivot over there. And then I did get an Ogerpon. Yeah. But as I was like opening cards, I was like, I think I need 2. I have 4 E-Switch, but I think if I want to make an Ogerpon deck work, I would need 2.
See, I have an Ogerpon. I pulled an Ogerpon as well.
Yeah.
But I have 0 energy switch.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of useless, almost. Like,
yeah. I mean, with 1, I could make something happen. I do have an Iron Leaves as well, so like I've
got that too. Yeah.
But I don't even know, and that's, I mean.
Dude, this engine is terrible.
It's not great. I thought you had a 1/1 river. You're scared of getting stuck.
Yeah.
You have 2 Kieran now.
I have 2 Kieran now, but I like don't want to have to, and it doesn't synergize well with this deck.
Yeah, this
like
is true.
I need my energies in the deck and in play. Like
yeah,
it just feels tough, man. It feels tough. I did get a Tatsu, so that could have been my like draw engine, but it's just not. Do you play
rescue board?
I have a rescue board, but I didn't play it.
You should get Tatsu in there for sure then.
Well, I don't know. It's just kind of mid. In my head, I was like, I've got 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball, Buddy Poffin, Artisan. I'm just gonna be the Dunsparce, boom, boom, like drawing 20 cards a turn every single turn. I think I used this like twice the entire series.
Yeah. Wait, what's the line that you have?
I have a 3-2 line.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
I could have had a 4-2, but I have 3-2.
I would have gone with the 4-2, just get it all in there.
Yeah,
just
maybe.
like cycle. I think the Tatsu getting involved is still probably pretty good as well.
Well, Azul, you do get a prize for winning.
True.
Again.
The prize pack.
There it is.
What can I get in this?
Prime Catcher.
That would be good. That would be a nice add to my collection of ace specs. The secret box, I didn't get to use the secret box.
Oh, I got a Neo Upper Energy from Temporal Forces, and so I considered playing it with the bad Charizard EX.
Yeah, the Scoop Cyclone
The
seems
Scoop
pretty
Cyclone,
good.
I think, is just
good.
better in most instances.
All right,
let's see what we get.
got. Morty.
No, it's
Not bad. Mela.
Options. Zatu,
Oh,
pretty
that's a
good.
good one.
Another one.
That's not bad either. And, oh, I don't hate the Moonlit Hill.
You didn't have one?
I don't think so. Now that you mention it, though, it makes me think.
You
Maybe I
probably
did.
do.
I don't think so. I don't think I did.
I have like 3 of them
I have 0.
from Paldean Fates.
Yeah, I think the Tatsu honestly was kind of underwhelming in this as well. I think I just need like.
Tatsu's just not that good.
I just need to
It's
build
like-
more into the Rever Room engine. I just need more energy. That's the thing I think I'm lacking is just not enough energy. Because that's what I'm struggling with is getting energy in my discard pile for the big plays. So.
Oh, GG Azul. That felt a lot closer, but I gotta get back in the lab, figure out what I can do to find a way to get a win in this dang thing again.
Actually, the Zatu is making me think. I do have some. I think I am like just short Zatus. Well, I might be short Natus as well.
Well, Zatu didn't work out well for me last time.
That is true.